4,000 years before Jesus came, in human calculations, before he came into the world, God spoke and said to the woman, thy seed shall bruise the head of serpent, and the serpent will bruise your heel. 6,000 years that word was running in the loins of men. That word, men was carrying that word from one generation. It was running generation after generation. There was a time we thought that was when what God was talking about in the days of Moses. But in the days of Moses, we saw the height and the glory of the manifestations of God. And after a while, in the nation of Israel, it looks as if when you see them in the days of Zechariah, in the days of Joshua, the son of Josedek, when they had the high priest, that Satan could go into the presence of God to accuse, you couldn't see the possibility of bringing this thing God talked about. It was in the days of Elijah when they were calling down fire on the mountains, consuming human lives. You could say, oh, it's possible, we can see. But when you read the book of Nehemiah and the book of Ezra, you didn't see a spiritual giant among them. Nehemiah was an administrator. You didn't really see a giant you could compare like Moses or compare like Elijah. You see, you couldn't see anything to show you that what God said could be possible. Because in the days of Zechariah, they were slaves. In the days of Ezra, they were even now trying to sort out the priests, because the priests themselves are confused themselves. They have intermingled with strange fleshes, produced people in their lineage that are not supposed to have happened, because corruption was everywhere. But that word of God that lives and endures forever was alive.